Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday evening. I hope everybody had a wonderful Saturday evening. Know that the higher power you serve is good. My heart is still filled with so much joy from being at a retreat this weekend around women where we were fixing each other's crowns. Without further ado, and I have a new mic, so everything should be working well right now. So, without further ado, and I just announced that I have a new microphone. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. My mic sounds nice. And I belong to an organization, IBM. We do a lot of work for the community. This Saturday, on April 5th, we have an event that's called Cinderella, where we will be helping girls that parents might not have the financial capabilities to buy them a nice prom dress. And we have nice prom dresses that have been donated by different fine high-end stores such as Macy's, Pennies, donations, people that had gowns, prom gowns from last year. The president and founder of the IBM organization called me and said, "Should we have this event?" And I'm like, "Well, why not?" She says, "Well, they're having 1 million people protesting that day. I'm like, huh, what? So, of course, everybody knows. I trust in my higher power. I was at a retreat. I did not turn on the TV. I do not really turn on the TV that much because I am so sick of hearing about President-elect Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I ain't never seen this much protesting in my life. First of all, I trust in my higher power first. I don't know about anybody else. I done made it all these years. I looked at history repeat itself. So, and it's not to say that I'm a Trump supporter. I love Trump, but I will say I am a woman that feels as though if you can talk about one president, you should be able to talk about them all. My thoughts on any of these protests, and I need you to hear me loud and clear. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. My mic sounds nice. Okay. I need to know, did anybody protest about Field Order 150? Field Order 150 is that 40 acres and a mule that we never got. Okay? You know, President Lincoln had William Sherman. Go check out what they can do to help slaves once they were free. Former President, deceased, may he rest in peace, Abraham Lincoln, body probably wasn't even cold. And Lyndon B. Johnson said, this ain't happening. Take it back. Did anybody protest about that? Did anyone protest against people of color being sent to prison at an all-time rate in the 90s for crack cocaine instead of being treated for addiction? When meth came out, it was an addiction. When crack came out, sent them to prison. Did anybody protest about black men being called super predators? Did anyone protest about children being able to change their gender? Did anyone protest about the illegal migrants coming over here and the benefits that they was receiving? I just can't. But of course, me, the beautiful Miss April Showers, I'm going to give my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to the show. You could carry on. Because I trust in my higher power. And again, I ain't seen this much hate, black for a person that was elected, okay? And again, I am a person. What you do for one, you should do for all. So, on the screen, we've got hands off. Hands off protest rally on April 5th. They telling me they got 1,000,000 people that's supposed to march. You can't make this issue up. Oh, you can't make it up. What I'm gonna do with y'all? What I have highlighted is they say President-elect Donald Trump and the person that he has helping him, Elon Musk, think the United States belong to them. We are fighting back. They're taking everything they can get their hands on. Our health care, our data, our jobs, our services, and daring the world to stop them. This is a crisis, and the time to act is now. On Saturday, April 5th, we're taken to the streets to fight back with the clear message. Hands off. Oh, let me stop laughing. The mass mobilization day is a message to the world that we do not consent to the destruction of our government and our economy for the benefit of Trump and his billionaire allies, alongside Americans across the United States. People are marching, rallying, and protesting to demand to stop to the chaos and build an opposition movement against the looting of our country. Oh my goodness. Make this make sense. When we've had police brutality, the only time they protested was Rodney King, George Floyd. Poor Trayvon didn't have a voice. Don't come for me, I didn't send for you. Did they protest against Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland? Did they protest against the chokehold method when Eric Garner, I watched him unalived by police officers that was doing a chokehold method that should not have been used? Did they protest against that? Moving forward, let's get to what we got. I mean, a month. A month.
April 5th, Indivisible is announcing what they're calling hands off, a nationwide mobilization to stop the most brazen power grab in modern history. Joining us now is Ezra Levin, co-executive director of Indivisible. Ezra, thank you for being with us tonight. I appreciate it.
Of course, Rachel. Great to be here.
It's been a couple of weeks since we protest after protest all across the country as Americans have pushed back against this strategy. Pushed back against what Donald Trump and his top campaign donor have been doing to the United States and to the federal government. Demonstrations all over the country. Now, the activist group Indivisible is planning for a big one, what they want to be a big central demonstration where everybody shows up in the same place. Saturday, April 5th, Indivisible is announcing what they're calling hands off, a nationwide mobilization to stop the most brazen power grab in modern history. Joining us now is Ezra Levin, co-executive director of Indivisible. Ezra, thank you for being with us tonight. I appreciate it.
Of course, Rachel. Great to be here.
It's been a couple of weeks since we checked in. Tell me how Indivisible has been operating over these past few weeks. I know the president and Republican members of Congress have started to talk about you as if you are some sort of like foreign terrorist threat or something. We know that you've got their attention. How have things been from Indivisible's perspective?
Look, we're going through what's known as a wave moment in organizing circles at Indivisible. We had more local Indivisible groups join. These are volunteers. Start local Indivisible groups in their community in November than any month since 2017. We beat the November month in December, beat the December month in January, beat the January month in February. It's mid-March. We've had over 100 local Indivisible groups join, and these are peaceful protesters shown up to make their voices heard in red states, purple states, blue states. So how's it going? Well, the opposition is taking note and criticizing us, so I think it's going pretty darn well.
What's the plan for April 5th, and how is that different from the other kinds of actions that you guys have been taking part in?
So for the last several weeks, we've been hearing from old and new Indivisible group leaders, hey, we're all getting together. We're doing these actions locally, but when do we actually really hit the streets? When do we all show up en masse? That's what this is. I want to be clear. This is not just Indivisible. We're partnering with the brilliant folks over at 5051, with labor, with lots of other folks. But this is an organic, energy-fed moment. Anybody who is watching this can sign up and register an event in their community to say, look, hands off our jobs, hands off our democracy, hands off our volcano observatories. My God, we need to show up because DOGE and this administration is negatively impacting all of us in all of our communities. So yes, there's going to be a big presence in DC, but it's not just DC. I want to see this in rural areas, in suburban areas, in urban areas, in red states, purple states, blue states, and it's going to take all of us. So this is an opportunity for all of us to stand up together and demonstrate the power, the people power that is against DOGE, against Musk, against Trump.
We're seeing all different, I mean, we've been trying to track it on this show, trying all different kinds of protests from all different kinds of people in all different kinds of places. Again, this call on April 5th for everybody to do something together all on that day. Ezra Levin, co-executive director of Indivisible, thanks for your time tonight. I know you're a very busy man.
Oh, Lord, I can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. So now we got another. I'm going to show you, exactly what these people are doing.
Being shown at Tesla dealerships to Republican town halls, even in the deepest red districts. People are angry with what is happening and they are making it known. Indivisible, a large grassroots organizing group with thousands of local chapters all over the country, is now calling for a day of action on Saturday, April 5th. Well, that event is to protest Musk and Donald Trump's efforts to dismantle the federal government. The group is also calling for Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer to step down after he helped deliver the votes to pass a Republican funding bill last week. Ezra Levin is the co-founder and co-executive director of Indivisible, and he joins me now. Ezra, let me just start with you because I got to talk to Senate Minority Leader for a long time, and he really does, he's insistent that this was the right call, that the choice was so terrible that this was the right thing to do. Why is your group calling for him to step down?
Look, Chris, can I just say, I really appreciate your interview, because I have no personal animosity towards Chuck Schumer. I actually think he's accomplished a great deal as a senator and as a leader within the Democratic caucus. And so for the last 4 months, honestly, I've been scratching my head. I've been wondering, why isn't he unifying the Dems against nominations for Trump's cabinet? Why isn't he using unanimous consent agreements to slow down the workings of the Senate? Why isn't he unifying the Dems against this Laken Riley bad MAGA immigration bill? Why isn't he doing everything possible to fight back against this constitutional crisis that we're facing? And your interview is the first time I've actually gotten a clear answer to that. And it's because he doesn't believe it's yet a constitutional crisis.
Yes.
He believes it may get there, but currently it is not. I've never heard that explained so clearly. And now it makes sense to me. This is why we are seeing him behave in disappointing ways. And I got to say, it's congressional recess, right?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So just because people aren't conforming the way you want them to conform or act, you want to protest. My God, I wish they would have been protesting when George Zimmerman was found free. When Trayvon Martin, who was no longer here, he was unalived by George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman was told to wait for a police officer to come, but George Zimmerman took the law into his own hands. I have not seen anybody protest about the injustices where in certain areas where you live in these United States of America, where they actually put roadblocks in the poor neighborhoods, checking for car insurance, setting up speed traps. So moving forward, hands down, it's, they don't like what Trump is doing, because Trump, I guess, done gotten there and is just doing what he said he was gonna do. That was get, the migrants. So everybody voted for Trump for a certain reason, but again, in God I trust. I don't watch the news. I'm sick of hearing about this stuff. And because somebody's not conforming or doing things the way that people think they should be doing them, we're going to protest. We're going to march the streets. I didn't see this much outrage when they were allowing children to butcher themselves, have surgeries, taking all kind of prevention of hormone pills, giving them to little kids. I didn't see this much outrage when they were allowing children who could not vote, children who could not drive, children who had not graduated from high school, but they could come home and say, Mom, I want to be a boy, or Mom, I want to be a girl. Oh, okay, it's okay. We're going to take you to the doctor, and by any means necessary, we're going to get this done. And they were just a child. What was the outrage for that? You can make this ish up. Moving forward, so we're going to see what my
Hands off.
what my beautiful people, what they're saying about this. Okay. News 1 published on March 28, 2020. Fact. Uh-oh. Nope. I don't want to see no ads. I got all ads blocked. I'm trying to get them YouTube ads blocked. So here you see, right here, social media calls for Black people to stay home on National Day of Action, April 5th. Now let's see what the author of this article has to say. And it reads like this. Black people on social media, Black folks on social media are warning Black Americans not to participate in the upcoming global protest against the Trump administration and Elon Musk. I ain't gonna read the whole article. They made their point. Black voices, Black folks telling Black people not to participate in the upcoming global protest. Moving forward, so I'm just trying to get a feel what people are saying. And
I can't see. With TubeBuddy, you get everything you need to grow your audience. Click the link to sign up. Ah! Oh, did I get it? I can't see.
Telling y'all what's going to happen, and y'all not.
April 5th, a million.
I'm going to march in protest of the Trump administration. Please, please, please join us. Please share this video with as many people in America as you possibly can.
A million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. A million people.
Sit your black ass down.
On Saturday, April 5th, 2025, millions of us across America are going to march in protest of the Trump administration.
People, Black people. No, we already had this conversation. Don't you take your tail and go march nowhere.
Remember, this is not our fight.
Guess what I'll be doing?
Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Give me one time.
If you are new to this channel, I go by the name Epic It Was. Remember to like and share to this amazing content, and also video. I want to know what's a prefit in this video. Let me know in your comment section. Leave your comments so that we can interrupt ourselves over there. And why is this so important? Let's go.
Guys, we're running out of time. Trump is moving so fast and he's winning. We have to fight back. It's our last chance to ensure our democracy. Go to www.handsoff2025.com. www.handsoff2025.com. Please share this video with as many people as possible. We have to show up on Saturday, April 5th. Thank you.
The Trump administration and all his stupid shit not affecting Black people also? Of course it's affecting us. We told y'all it was going to affect us back during the election. We told y'all what was going to happen. We told y'all they were going to roll back everything possible to get back to the civil rights. But in order to get to us, they have to go through every minority. Every minority that we fought for, they're going to have to go through y'all. And white women. Y'all benefit from everything that Black people fought for. So we're going to watch y'all suffer. We're going to watch them come after y'all first. We already know what's coming. We're okay with segregation. We know segregation was bad, but eventually it got better. And we're not our ancestors, but we are our ancestors. So they can try that stupid shit this time. They won't make it. It won't be good for them. Why do you think they're trying to get Black men out the military? There's Cop City in every urban area in this country. And it's not to protect everybody. It's to counter urban warfare, Black people. So we're not going to get on those streets and give them a reason to attack us. They're not going to declare martial law off of us. Y'all need to handle y'all business. We ain't got shit to do with that. We are not going to be y'all protection barrier. Y'all look for us to fight, especially Black women, every time. And we're tired. We're tired of telling y'all what's going to happen and y'all not listening. And then when shit falls to pieces, y'all still looking at us to save y'all. No, we're not saving nobody. We're going to watch. We're going to stand by. And we're going to protect ourselves. I wish y'all good luck out there in them streets.
I'm trying to fucking rest y'all, but y'all keep tagging me in this April 5th shit. So let me say this. Black people don't bring your fucking asses out there and march for no motherfucking body. Like you do that motherfucking self. We didn't fuck up at the voting polls. They did. Half of their people voted right. Half of their people voted for Trump. Let their asses go out there and fix that shit. As soon as Black people step their asses out there and march for any fucking thing, it is no longer a peaceful protest. It is now violence. It is now, oh, you are the target. It is martial law. If they gonna claim martial law, it ain't gonna be because of us. We are resting. Come April 5th, let the United Nations fucking march out there. They the ones that need the fucking help. We good, okay? All the struggling they going through right now, all of the shit they're going through, all the hystericalness they're going through, we've been through that shit. We're numb. Learn a trade, learn a new hobby, pick up a fucking book, start a new web series, do everything but take your ass out there. Ignore their asses. We ain't marching no motherfucking where. We are at rest.
Democrat, y'all annoying as hell. But at the same token, y'all funny as hell too. Like, so why every month y'all got something going on? Like, y'all trying to come together and got something going on. Like, last month in February, y'all was like, don't shop on February 28th, right? Don't shop at Target and all the DEIs who got rid of the DEI. Those businesses still standing and flourishing. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all been back to those businesses y'all say don't shop to. Now, April 5th, y'all supposed to come together. Over 1 million Democrats apparently supposed to come together in March. So they marching in their own city, in their own state, I believe. But collectively, it's supposed to be like over 1 million there, right? And so I'm like, okay, April 5th, after y'all protest. Now, this protest is called Hands Off. And it's a shot at Musk and Trump, saying like hands off our freedom, hands off our democracy, and blah, blah, blah. My question is, what y'all gonna do on April 6th if this don't work? Because it ain't gonna work. What y'all gonna do on April 7th? April 8th? Nothing. I got an idea for y'all. Since y'all wanna do some shit and y'all wanna make an impact, don't just march. March in the city, in the hood where they got the most crime at. Stop some of them crimes that's happening around there. March, make a wall around the hood and say, you know what? Ain't no kid gonna get shot today. Why y'all out there? Why y'all out there? Like, ain't robbed today. We're gonna make sure. Make a stand like that. Don't just march just because it's cute and y'all want to record. No, go out there and do some shit. Since y'all gonna be out there anyway. Y'all get on my damn nerves.
Black people in America, stay your ass in the house April 5th. I'm hearing there's supposed to be millions of people marching. Stay in the house. And this is why nobody can ever tell me that TikTok is not symbolism. It's more than an app. It's literally a time. Every time they say, oh, they're going to do some shutdown or they're going to have a meeting about it, some big phenomenon happens in America. Okay, let me get this straight though, right? We already got the history of the Passover. The Israelites, they were freed, right? So you mean to tell me millions of people are going to go marching when they can literally set martial law into place right before Stay in the house. We will not be the lamb that gets sacrificed this go round. All right, okay? Because let me tell you something. They talking about something. They had to sacrifice the blood of the lamb. What is a lamb? A baby sheep. What are God's people? Sheep. Like I said, we won't be the people that sacrifice this go round. All right. Stay quiet, stay indoors, and don't even interact. All right.
Black people, listen. That has nothing to do with us at all. If you get on Google and you Google Civil War in 2025, look at the data that all of these major companies have collected in regards of like talking to the people and saying, do you believe there'll be a civil war? And what is the likelihood of you being involved? These people want to go to war with each other. That has nothing to do with us. Stay out the way. Do something that'll help you be more progressive in your community. They can make you more self-sufficient. They can have you in a better position if things in this country are to hit the fan, which they are, right?
All my Black folks, y'all better not be there trying to protest or rally. Make sure on April 5th that you are at home, at work, minding your business, reading a book, learning a new skill, your content. But make sure you're just not at that rally. Make sure you're not at that protest. Like, it's not for us. Let them fight their own battles. Like, we show up, it's not going to turn out pretty. It's going to get ugly, bringing me back in time. Like, I'm really trying to more focus on this TikTok stand or not. Like, I'm not focusing on that. Oh my God. Did y'all hear what's going on? Like, April 5th, they're having like a mass mobilization day, a lot of protesting, rallying, and this.
How do I start a savings habit?
How to start shaving a rabbit. If you want a simpler way to build a habit, a BMO savings account can help. You'll get a cash reward every month you save.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
This is for the march called Hands Off. The reason why they're calling that based on what I researched. You know, Trump and Elon Musk are basically putting their hands on everything they can right now with our healthcare, our jobs, our data, our services. You know, this protest is supposed to be like hands off. Like, you know, you guys are trying to control everything. And it's like, no, we're not for this. You know, we're trying to get our economy back and our government back. It's not going to be a peaceful protest if you're going against Trump and Elon Musk. Like, it's not going to be pretty. It's for the people that voted for him. This is not for us. Do not go to this rally or this protest. Let them deal with it on their own. So make sure you're home or doing something productive and minding your business, okay? Good luck to the people that do go. Good luck to y'all.
Yeah, get in here. So there's supposed to be a global protest on April the 5th. Now, for melanated peoples, there's a secret that you must understand about the so-called African Americans in North America and why they need you so bad. Now, I'm giving you a sneak peek of the second Constitution of the United States applied to the so-called African Americans. But you need to take a screenshot. But as you can see, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th Amendment, collectively known as the Reconstruction Amendment, often seen as the second Constitution for the so-called African Americans. Now, let me ask you a question. Why would somebody give you a Constitution and not give the Native Americans a Constitution? The only two peoples that have a Constitution in the United States is Washington, D.C., and the so-called African Americans. Did you catch that? So, in other words, they need you because we hired Trump and they need us to get him out. Stay at home. Do not march. You'll thank me later.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people. We actually might have more than 1 million people now. From the looks of things, we might hit 2 million people protesting on the 5th. We have expanded some of the locations. Just to be clear, we are still looking for protests in North Dakota, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Delaware. We have protests in Hawaii and a protest in Alaska so far. April 5th is going to be the big one. You know how you've been seeing millions of people protesting in Europe and other places? We are going to have millions of people protesting here in the United States.
So now 2 million people is going to be protesting on April 5th. First it was 1 million, now it's 2 million. And coincidentally, I just saw another video saying that on April 5th, TikTok was supposedly about to be banned again. What do they want? What is going on? If you look like me, if you are melanin rich, if you are a Black American person, if you take your funky ass out in them streets and protest, you're going to be in for a rude awakening because something is up. They keep trying to get us to come out. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not going a motherfucking place and doing a motherfucking thing on April 5th, okay? I wish I would take my ass out and sign up to some .org.com and register to be out there. We done did enough of marching and we done been enough on the front lines. Don't go out there and get maimed and maced and papowed. Don't do it. Sit down. Stay in the house. Stand down.
Now, Black people, on April 5th, I have about 10 things that I need y'all to be doing. Let's start with it. Number 1, I need y'all to go to the beach and mop up the water. Yes, I do. Number 2, I need y'all to open up your coffee seeds and count how many y'all have, okay? And let me know the number. Number 3, I need y'all to go to Costco's. Go into the candy aisle. Get jelly beans and tell me how many it is. I need that. Yeah. Number 4, I need y'all to tell me how many books is in the library. Go to the library. Yes, I need to know. Number 5, I need to know why you won't take your ex back. I need to know the whole story. And it's about 31 parts of it. I need to know that. Yeah, I need to know. I need to know. Number 6, I think this is number 6. I need to know how many trees you have in your community. Go count those bitches. Go count those bitches. Number 7, I need you to go and get a net and see how many raindrops you could catch in that day, bitch. Yes, I need that. I need it. I need it. Number 8, bitch, I need to know your whole life story, yo. Your whole life story. Start from 1. I need to know why you are the way you are. There you go. I need it. Number 9, I need to know how Jesus made water into wine, bitch. I need it. I need it. There you go. There you go. I need it. I need you to tell me. And number 10, Black people, I need you to take your vacuum cleaner, go outside on the dirt, and vacuum up all that dirt out there, bitch. All of it. All of it. Because we not marching at all. The fuck?
So April 5th is supposed to be hands-off day, hands-off protest day, whatever. I'm just letting y'all know because I know some people want to be there. I have stuff to do, so I'm gonna try to make it. But I do gotta count my socks because I got an uneven number of socks. So I know they're supposed to be even, so I gotta do that. Then I'm supposed to be teaching my puppy how to swim. So that might take a little minute. Then conditions of the world and you know how shit done changed and stuff like that. But if I get all that done, that shouldn't take me all day. So if I get all that done, you know, I'll be out there with y'all to protest, to tell you the truth. But you can go to handsoff2025.com and you can look into it and, you know, get some additional information on it. I just wanted to point the shit out.
To all the Black people on this app, and if you're not Black, I guess you'll be out there in the streets by yourself. Black people, April 5th, there's supposed to be a whole thing about a protest, marching, whatever, in these streets. The only thing that I need you guys to do in these streets is to go to the grocery store, gas up your car, and then take your butts back home. We are not getting out here doing nothing else at all. We are resting for the next 4 years or less. And we're hoping for the list. Because, baby, we don't need him in that White House longer than he's already there. So, Black people, April 5th, y'all stay home, go get your groceries, get your gas, don't buy nothing else. Because we are not doing this. We are on rest, we are not protest. Because y'all, you know, they want to martial law us so bad. And we are the wrong generation to do that too. We are the most serious, unserious generation there is. And this government don't know what they're doing. So with that being said, April 5th, let's just make sure that we are staying home and have a good time, catch up on our shows, and rest.
I hear that there's a big protest on April 5th. It's supposed to be nationwide. It's called Hands Off. To my Black people, do not go out there. They will beat you up. Good luck to everyone else, though.
According to this video from Black Americans in these videos, they are not willing to protest on the 25th. And I don't really know why deeply. So leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know why. And is it really important that they shouldn't go? Is it something that, you know, Black Americans shouldn't put themselves into the April 5th? Leave your comments so that we can discuss that in the comment section. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.
They said I'd lose my hair like my mama did until I discovered how to activate my healthy hair gene. Listen up, sis. Let me put you onto something real. For years, they've been telling us our hair just naturally thins early, that we need to accept it, cover it up.
And the reason why I'm not a really big fan is because I think generally that I hate Black Greek organizations. And that's not really true. I hate all Black organizations, at least most of them. And the reason why I'm not a really big fan is because I think generally we're not about the main thing. And I believe that the main thing should be challenging white dominance. So for Black people, since we've come to this country, we have worked for, under, and at the permission of white people. Even the institutions that we've had have been basically under their control. To a large extent, the Black church was that. Now, there were movements of liberation. I want to be clear about that. But for the most part, everything we did was under the control of white people from the very beginning. And the civil rights movement did not fix that. The movement largely replicated the gains of the Civil Rights Act of 1866. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 basically said, okay, you know, y'all can go sit down and, you know, that got like, again, I don't mean to diminish that. And there were some important things gained, but we largely had a movement that took 100 years to get the exact same thing as the Civil Rights Act of 1866. And so now you can go stop. So, and again, I'm not saying those things are unimportant. If you're traveling interstate and you need to stop somewhere, yes, because of the color of your skin, you should not be barred from stopping. I'm not saying that's insignificant, but it did address the core thing that we live under white domination, that Black people have never been able to own or control anything in this country. And the Civil Rights Acts do not shift that. And so Dr. King himself is open about that. He's transparent. He gives an interview with Playboy magazine in 1965, and he says, yeah, actually the quote is, what little progress, and this is a quote, what little progress has been made, and that includes the Civil Rights Act, has applied primarily to the middle-class Negro. Among the masses, especially in the northern ghettos, the situation remains about the same, and for some, it is worse. Now, what is that progress that Dr. King is alluding to for the Black middle class? Primarily, that is access, whether it be access to a toilet, a water fountain, or in some cases, jobs. But let's be clear, those jobs that the Black middle class had access to are jobs that are controlled by white people. Like that was primarily the access that was won. And so I don't really want to hear about this organization has X amount of Black professionals. Yes, professionals that work at the pleasure of white people, purely. I don't want to hear about Colin Powell being the first Black person, you know, in charge of the military, because he couldn't use that military to go liberate anybody Black. And in fact, you can search the world and there were societies where slaves led armies too. That's not a new achievement. That doesn't speak to having ownership or control of anything. So you have a few middle-class black people with a better job that white people control. I mean, okay, I guess. And so if the goal is to not live in a world where every aspect of black life is under the explicit control of white people, then all the organizations, I don't care if it's the NAACP, the Urban League, or your church, are every bit as useless as that fraternity or sorority. Like, it's pretty much the same. So we really need to first of all agree on what are the goals, because based on that, all these organizations could be doing a fantastic job. Like, I mean, you could objectively, it could be an amazing organization. It just depends on what the goals are. And so if we're trying to sustain a few middle-class black folks, then okay. But you have to understand that that's not groundbreaking. That's not history making. When the Civil War started, there were 4 million black folks enslaved in this country, but there were also 488,000 free black people, meaning in this country, there has always been at least a few black people doing a little better. That's not an achievement to point to this middle-class black person doing okay. It's not an achievement to say we have an organization that has some black professionals. That's not addressing the core thing. Or if the goal is to simply do nice things for the community, great. That's not new, nor does it address the fact that we live under white dominance. And if you're fine with that, then please carry on. And so my podcast, I take a lot of time and I deal with, let's examine the civil rights movement critically, because I think we're making some of the same mistakes now. If you look at black home ownership in 1968, when the Housing Act was passed, black home ownership today, there's virtually no change. If you look at black unemployment, 1968, black unemployment now, virtually no change. If you look at black and white wealth, we can keep going down the line. People lie, but numbers don't. And so what are all these games that I'm supposed to be so excited about? What are all these fabulous things that our organizations are doing? If the numbers don't look any different, then please justify it. But again, if the goal is to just look busy, because you can be busy and not effective. If we want to look busy, if we want to do things where black professionals and black middle class people talk to each other, then by all means. But in reality, all these organizations, we're not actually addressing the core. And in fact, if we're honest with ourselves, we've actually given up. And I think that's why there's such a fervent fight over DEI, because we've given up on the idea of challenging white dominance. We've given up on the idea that black people can actually live and have self-determination. We've given up the idea of having control of anything. And so we are going to fight tooth and nail for maybe a crumb that a few middle-class black people can have access. And if that's the world that you want to leave your children in, by all means. It's just not the world that I want.
Well, there we have it, folks. There you have it. You know, Tim, my point of view is I love all people of all races, color, creed, religious, or political backgrounds. I know that we are in the age of Aquarius, where we are going to all come together and let the sun shine in. Racism and hate is still being practiced. It's coming through the form of the media, different organizations like this, people on The View, that are telling you that you do not have to talk to your family. You don't have to invite them over for Thanksgiving dinner because of who they voted for, instead of respecting their opinion. I I shall not be moved. Again, I'm going to make my stance. Don't talk about Trump. Talk about all the other presidents and what they did. Again, like they say, for my race of people, the numbers have not changed from the 60s until now. So while these people are singing, we shall overcome and stuff, what are we overcoming? We tired. What are we overcoming? Ain't nothing changed for us. But we are in the age of Aquarius. See, these new people that's coming up, they not judging people by their color, their skin, creed, political, or religious backgrounds. All that's going away. Everything is being revealed. And now we can see the hate that people have for one man who has not been given a chance. All of the so-called Bible thumpers and believers, we are supposed to be praying for our leaders. We're supposed to be praying for our leaders to do the right thing. Again, I don't care about either party. And in God I trust. This is April Showers, and I'm out.